Okay, today we're doing the European facial. I'm going to start with wrapping her head. So you use a towel and you have a little bobby pin here. I have my steam going, so it'll be warm by the time I get to that step. Always make sure that their ears are not folded up under there and that they're comfortable. I'm going to start with her cleansing. So this is cleanser. About a tablespoon of cleanser. Start at the collarbone. And you don't really want to massage the cleanser in. You just want to apply it and do circular motions to remove any debris or makeup from the face. So I'm going to use a burger to start removing right from the middle of her neck. Doing the sides of the nose, be careful if they have a nose ring. You don't want to pull the nose ring out. I'm going to take the burger and I'm going to separate it so we can use it as mitts. I'm going to take off the dirty section and I'm going to separate it and make mitts to continue the cleansing. So this time using both hands, alternating moves. Now I'm going to analyze her skin. So I'm going to take iPads and we're going to use the mag lamp. Always cover their eyes before you use the mag lamp. And I usually even turn it on away from them so it's not like a shock in their face. So we're going to feel the skin. We're going to feel the tone and the texture, pinch for elasticity. Turn the head and look at the neck, check for dehydration, congestion, stretch the skin, look for that. Okay. And we're going to go into toning. Toning is the same movements as cleansing when done this way. Again, I'm going to take this and rip off the top piece and make mitts again. You can have these already made up or you can make them as you go. Okay, and I'm going to turn the steamer back on because we're going to do our exfoliation now. So this is exfoliator. I mixed it with a little bit of cleanser just so it's not so thick. I'm applying the scrub with my hands, and we're just going to do a few minutes of scrub. You're not going to scrub their face too much. Again, little circular moves. Any area that has more congestion, you can do more scrubbing in that area. And then I'm going to remove it with a hot towel. Make sure that it's not too hot for the client. Don't cover their mouth or their nose. As you use the towel, make sure you go down to a cleaner area of the towel as you go. And make sure you get all the exfoliator off. And then we're going into extractions. Okay, so we're going to cover her eyes. Always make sure you wear gloves when you do extractions. So take your cotton and take a thin piece of cotton. Put some toner on the cotton. And start your extractions. You want to place one finger still and push with the other finger. You don't want to ever squeeze the skin. It can make the congestion with blackhead or pustule go back into the skin and break a follicle. It can spread. If you stretch the skin when you're doing extractions, you're going to see much more. After extracting, you're always going to tone the skin. And now we're going to move into massage. So apply your oil and make sure that you have enough for good slip when you're doing massage, down to the décolleté and behind the shoulders also. So I'm going to do massage 1. If you learn massage 1, everything is in this massage for state board. So at this point, I'm still really applying to make sure I have an even coat of oil. And we're going to start with finger rolls on the forehead. Everything should be even. If you do it on one side, do it on the other. Always end up back in the middle. Just change to a different stroke. Little circles. Over to the temple, and then back, and then over to the other temple. Then you move into zigzags. Back to the middle and around the eyes. I do a little pressure point right here while I'm going around the eyes. And then tapotement. Little circles around the nose, up to the temple. Everything 3 times. 3 times is balance. Slide down and do petrissage. Rolls on the side of the lips. Back up to the temple and hesitate. So we're going to do that 3 times. All your movements should be going up. We don't, when we slide down, always just slide. You don't want to push the skin down. When I go down, I slide. When I come up, I use a little more pressure. Long, slow, relaxing strokes is effleurage. Go down to the décolleté. 3 large circles on the décolleté. Down the front of the arms, up the back. Give a little push. Back to where we started. And we have friction. So if you remember all the moves from this massage 1, That's what you need to do for Stay Bored. I'm going to take a tissue and I'm going to blot off the massage oil. And now we're going to apply the mask. I did the scrub with my hands. I'm going to apply this with a brush just to show the two different ways. You could also apply the mask with your hands, that's fine. Start at the collarbone and apply up. And I'm going to apply a mummy mask now. I'm going to put the eye pads on first. You want the mummy mask to be wet but not soaking wet. You don't want it dripping, but if you don't have it wet enough, it won't mold to the face. So we're going to start down here. Again, with the mask, everything is applied from the neck to the forehead when applying. So if it's wet enough, it'll mold right to the face. For about 10 minutes, you leave the mask on, and I'm going to do a hand and arm massage. Long, slow moves up the arm. And you would do about 5 minutes on each hand. So now we're back up and we're going to take off the mask. Removing a mask, you always start from the forehead and go down. So what I like about a mummy mask is that it makes it easier for you to get your mask off. You just take your mummy and as you go, you wipe off the mask. You can make mitts out of this, fold it in where the mask was, and make mitts to remove the mask. Again, watch for the nose ring. You can always go back and take another burger and make sure that you removed all the mask. And we apply a moisturizer, about a dime size. Moisturize the décolleté. Your décolleté and your neck show signs of aging also, so make sure you always moisturize there. At the end of a facial, it's nice to take a hot towel and just get off any excess oil that they may have along their shoulders and arms. Remove their head wrap. And I like to end with a scalp massage. So you could do a little scalp massage. Make sure when you turn their head, you're holding their head in your hands like a bowling ball. And their head is secure in your hands as you massage their scalp. And you can do that for 5 minutes or so, if you have time left. And you have your client rest for a few minutes, get dressed, get them a drink of water, and talk to them about home care.